Good morning, Year 6. So this week we are going to do something slightly different. So we are going to be looking at lots of different types of exam style questions, okay? And it's going to involve everything that we've done this year. So today's lesson is all about number. So first question then is a fairly simple one. So it says fill in the missing numbers. So 100 less than 20,000 is, and then there's your answer. And something more than 20,000 is 20,600. The first thing you need to do is underline your important information. Okay, so as you can see, this first calculation is less than, so it's going to be a subtraction. And this second calculation is more than, therefore it's going to be an addition. So something more than 20,000 is 20,600 and 100 less than 20,000 is something. Make sure you don't get yourself confused with which way your subtraction and your addition should go, okay? So you're not doing 100 minus 20,000, are you? Pause the video now and have a go at this question. Okay, let's have a look at the answer then. So hopefully you got 19,900 because you would have done 20,000 minus 100, and then hopefully you got 600 because you would have done 20,000 add 600, or you could have done it 20,600 minus 20,000. Okay, so you could have done a subtraction there as well. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So which of these numbers rounds to 2,000 to the nearest 100? Okay, so remember we are rounding here to the nearest 100. So you're going to have a look for your hundreds column and identify it in each one, look, like that. And then you are going to decide which numbers round to 2,000. So remember, 5 and more, you round up. 4 or below, you round down. Okay, pause the video now and have a go at this one. Okay then, let's have a look at the answer. So hopefully you got 1,950 and 2,045, okay? Because if you look at your number, if you first of all locate your hundreds column, you've got a 9 in that one, and you've got a 0 in that one. Okay, so then if we have a look at the number left of your hundreds column, so in the tens column, in this one you've got a 5, therefore you would round up. Whereas in this one you've got a 4, which means you would round down. Okay, in these two you have got you've got a 0, but then you've got a 9, so it would round up, and the same for this one. Okay, let's move on. Complete the number sentences. So 65 plus something equals 79. 83 add 28 equals 82 add something. So just be careful here with this equals sign. It doesn't mean that this 82 here is the answer. It means that all of this side adds up to the same as all of this side. Okay, so they are equal. So this equal sign here means equal to, so it means they are the same, they have the same total. Okay, for this one, you're going to have to do a subtraction. Pause the video now and have a go at this one. Okay, then let's have a look at the answer. So hopefully you've got 65 add 14 is 79, because you should have done 79 minus 65. Or if you had wanted to, you could have put 65 in your head and counted on until you got to 79. And on this side, you should have the number 29. If you've noticed, you've got one less in your ones column on this number here, which means you must have one more in your ones column on your numbers here. Yeah, so here you've got 83 and 82, so you've got one less here. And here you've got 28 and 29, so you've got one more here. So that must mean that now it makes these two calculations equal. Let's have a look at this one. So complete these number sentences. So 25 add 25 add 25 add 25 is equal to something times by 25. 10 add 10 add 10 add 10 is equal to something multiplied by 5. 25 add 25 add 25 add 25 is equal to something multiplied by 5. 25 add 25 add 25 add 25 is equal to something multiplied by 100. 25 add 25 minus 25 minus 25 is equal to something multiplied by 25. Okay, so watch your signs on this last one. Make sure you take note of these subtraction signs. If I were you, how I would calculate this one is I would first of all work out the total of this side for each one. Okay? Once you've done that and you've worked out what your total is, then you can work out what you need to multiply by 25 to get the same answer. So here, for example, we've got 25 add 25 add 25 add 25, which is 100. Okay? So we are wanting 100 as our total on this side again as well. Because remember, this sign here means equal to, it means the same as. So what do I multiply 25 by to get 100? Okay, well I know that I multiply 25 by 4 to get 100. Therefore my answer in this one should be 4. Okay, so as I've said, work out this side first and it will help you to work out this side. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay then, so hopefully we did the first one together. So 10 add 10 add 10 add 10 is 40. Okay, and you have to work out what you multiply by 5 to get 40. You multiply 8 by 5. This one, 25 add 25 add 25 add 25 is 100. Okay, so you've got to work out what you multiply by 5 to get 100. So you multiply 20 by 5. This one, 25 add 25 add 25 add 25, also equals 100. So what do I multiply 100 by to get 100? I multiply it by 1. And this one, 25 add 25 is 50, minus 25 is 25, minus 25 is 0. So I want the answer 0. So I multiply 25 by 0 to get 0. Well done if you got that one correct. Have a look at this one. What are the missing numbers? So something multiplied by 10 equals 42. Something divided by 10 equals 42. So remember here, you need your place value, okay? You don't need to do your column multiplication and your bus stop division. It's place value. So put 42 in your place value with your tens and your ones. Decimal point, hundreds, thousands, yeah. And you've got tenths, and then hundredths. Okay, so you've got 42 in your place value. So to multiply it by 10, you want your numbers to get bigger, don't you? But here, 42 is your answer, so you need to do the inverse. You need to change that multiplication to a divide to get your answer. And the same for this one, you need to multiply it by 10 instead. So remember, to multiply or divide by 10, you move one place. So each of these digits will move one place. Pause the video now and have a go at that one. Okay, then let's have a look. So you should have 4.2 multiplied by 10 is equal to 42. And you should have 420 divided by 10 equals 42 also. Well done if you got that one correct. Let's have a look at this one then. So remember, the equal sign here would mean that this side is the same as this side. The crocodile mouth opens towards the biggest side. So what I would do, I would work out each of these calculations individually, and then you can place your signs in the middle. Pause the video now and have a go. Let's have a look at the answers then. So you should have 9 times by 7 is larger than 8 times by 7. You should have 42 divided by 2 is larger than 48 divided by 4. You should have 300 multiplied by 2 is equal to 20 multiplied by 30. Well done if you got that correct. Let's have a look at this one. So we've got to work out the missing digits. Okay, so 5 multiplied by something is 105. Okay, so this one is a little bit of trial and error. So I would first start with 5 multiplied by, I don't know, try 5 multiplied by 10 or something like that, and then see if you can make 105. You might need to go slightly lower, but it's not going to be 5 multiplied by 1. Okay? Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, let's have a look then. So if I do 105 divided by 5, I can get my answer to what I have left over. So 5s into 1 don't go, 5s into 10 go 2, and 5s into 5 go once. So I have 21 left over. Okay, so this multiplication, these two missing numbers here, must multiply together to make 21. Okay, so let's have a look at the answers. So your missing numbers are 7 and 3. Okay, so you do 105 divided by 5 to find out how much you've got left over. Okay, and then whatever you've got left over, you need to find two numbers that multiply together to make that leftover number. So 7 times by 3 is 21. Well done if you got that correct. Let's have a look at this one. So Tommy thinks of a number. 5 is a factor of my number. Okay, it's a factor, not a multiple, a factor. Does Tommy's number have to be odd? Explain your answer. So remember, a factor means that 5 goes into this number. Okay, so this number is in the 5 times table. It does not mean sorry, that's not right. That would be if it was a multiple. So if it's a factor, it means that 5 goes into this number directly, okay? But it does not mean it's in the 5 times table. If it was a multiple, it would be in the 5 times table, okay? So pause the video now. Maybe try a few numbers out with 5 being a factor, okay? And see if you can make it work. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, then let's have a look. So 5 is a factor of 20 and 20 is even, okay? So this means that Tommy's number does not have to be odd. Well done if you got that correct. Let's move on. Okay, so this sounds like it's quite a tricky question, but it's not that tricky. So 1/5 of a number is 12. So what is half of the number? So if we write that out as a calculation, 1/5 of something is 12. Okay, so we need to find what 12 is 1/5 of. Okay, so in order to do that, you would do the inverse operation, wouldn't you? So you would take your 12 as 1/5 and you need to find 5/5, don't you? So you would multiply it by 5. Okay, once you have done that, you then need to find what is half of the number. So half of this question mark here. Okay, pause the video now and have a go. Okay, then let's have a look at the answer. So 12 times by 5 is 60. Okay, and then 60 divided by 2, because remember we need half of the number. 60 divided by 2 is 30, so your answer would be 30. Well done if you got that one correct. Let's have a look at this one. So this one's a little bit more worded, but it's the same principle. So there are 1,500 children in a school. Okay, so that's your total. 565 of the children are girls. So how many more boys than girls are in the school? So first of all, you're going to have to work out how many boys there are. Okay, so it's a two-step problem. The step 1 would be how many boys, and step 2 would be how many more boys than girls. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, so 1,500 minus 565 is 935. So that means there's 935 boys in the school. Okay? So now we need to do 935 minus 565 because that's how many girls there are. Okay, to see how many more boys there are than girls, which equals 370. That means that there are 370 more boys than girls. Well done if you got that one correct. Okay, so this is your last question for today, your last question just about number, and it wants to know what are the missing numbers. So 6.4 equals 1 plus something, 3 and 2 fifths equals 1 plus something fifths. Okay, so what I would do, I would use your place value for this first one, and I would put 6.4 into your place value. Okay, so then you've got your ones, you've got your tenths. I would then put 1 into my place value and see what I needed to add to it to make 6.4. For this one, I'd do it slightly different. I would leave this as a fraction, okay? You've got 1 whole so far, so you've got 2 wholes and 2 fifths left, okay? But it just wants a fraction. So you're going to have to change this then into an improper fraction to work out what you add to 1 to make 3 and 2 fifths. Pause the video now and have a go. Let's have a look at the answer then. So you have got 6.4 equals 1 add 5.4, and for this one you've got 1 plus 12 fifths is 3 and 2 fifths. So in order to work that out, remember you multiply your whole number by your denominator and you add your numerator. So 2 times 5 is 10, add 2 is 12, so that's your numerator, and it stays over your denominator, which is 5. Well done today, Year 6. I'll speak to you again soon.